Всем привет! Это Салим. Продолжаем дальше играть в Терминатора. В предыдущей серии мы закончили возвращение с Пасадина, где увидели огромного Тэшку. С первого раза я, конечно, не смог с ней ничего сделать, но что пойдем, у меня вооружение сейчас не то и тому подобное. В общем, продолжаем дальше. Так, торговля.
Jacob, how is Pasadena? You know what? Forget I asked. I don't want to know. I'm just glad that you're all right.
And how are you doing?
I guess I'm a little nervous before tomorrow.
I never asked you. What are you planning to do tomorrow?
I've been meaning to tell you earlier, but I panicked. And that's because I decided to go with Ryan. We'll find somewhere safe, away from all this.
Правильно,
You have to
молодец.
understand, I need to do what's best for Patrick. I'm his big sis. I need to protect him. I haven't told him yet. He'll be devastated leaving you and Aaron, but I think it's for the best.
Да, я тоже так думаю.
Aren't you curious about what happened in Pasadena?
No. I think I'd rather keep that place in the past. Actually, I have a confession to make. I've never been outside of Pasadena until now. Can you believe that?
How's that even possible?
With all the people constantly stopping by, there was always plenty to do at the house. I did my traveling through pictures and postcards that wanderers brought with them. My favorite had a little flamingo drinking water from a lake on it. Its long red neck curved like a snake. Patrick's mother gave me that postcard. It's funny how I never met my mother, but I was around to see Patrick's leave him.
I thought Patrick was your brother.
In our house, we were all brothers and sisters. But me and Patrick, we've always had this special bond. Felt what the other one was feeling. We'd even get sick together. I remember the day Patrick's mom brought him in. They were both tired and dirty, so we took care of them. Patrick was crying a lot. He was teething at the time. I think that was what scared her away. She just couldn't handle the crying.
How was she?
I loved her. For the time she was with us, I liked to pretend she was my mother, too. After she took off, I was devastated. But my father said, "You need to grow up. You have a brother now." So I burned the postcard. The little red flamingo flew up in flames. And I promised myself I'd never be weak again. But I guess we all need someone we can be weak with sometimes, don't we?
Yeah. Ну, походу, нас ждет отдых. Отдыхать.
Wake up! We need to move.
Ух ты.
What's going on?
Everyone, wake up! You need to get out of here.
Who the fuck are you?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that you can't stay here any longer.
She asked a question,
Фига себе.
and I
Тут
suggest
тайный
answering.
ход.
You
Обалдеть.
don't want to do that. I've got this place rigged with explosives, and there's a detonator in my pocket.
You got
Would
what?
you mind? Lower your gun, Ryan. He's the one that saved my life. What do you want from us? You have to get out of here. Skynet's on its way.
Я не удивлюсь,
They
если
finally
это
found you.
Джон Коннор.
What you mean they found us? They were looking for us?
Not for you. For him. He's essential to winning this war. Skynet knows that. That's why they've been following him for months. I have to make sure nothing happens to him. In a couple of minutes, an infiltrator will walk in here trying to kill him. I can't let that happen. We have to bury that Terminator here once and for all.
Либо это такой же сверхчеловек,
All right,
как в
everybody,
этом
you heard him. Let's get
Терминаторе в
moving.
последнем.
I'll get the
«Темных
bus
судьбах».
ready.
There's no time for that. There's a passage here. It will lead you out. Use
Модифицированный
it.
человек.
What was that?
Возможно, и такой вариант.
All right, everyone, get out!
Jacob!
Give me that. It's the same one.
Вот он.
It's the same model.
Leave!
Now!
How the hell's he still alive?
Go! 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 Watch out! Don't just stand there! Run!
Придавило. Благодаря чужаку нам удалось сбежать. Он пожертвовал собой, уничтожив инфильтратора. Патрик пострадал от взрыва, поэтому у остальных не осталось выхода, как отправиться в убежище. Сопротивление вместе со мной. В убежище сопротивления вместе со мной. Вот как.
Baron listened to us. She could no longer deny that this infiltrator was a real threat. She decided to take everyone in, on her terms. The shelter was on high alert, but thanks to the intel I gathered in Pasadena, we slowed the advance of the Annihilation Line and gained some time. Just enough to start preparing the counterattack.
Угу. 2 недели прошло. Речка наук, нифига себе. В общем, качнуть. Так, у нас что тут? Скрытность. Выносливость. Выносливость. Так.
Sergeant?
At ease.
О, сержант теперь. Ё-моё.
Well, look at you,
Теперь
Sergeant.
большая шишка. в
When you helped us in
сопротивлении.
Pasadena the other day, I was trying really hard not to panic because you were only a private. Sorry for underestimating you. I guess I should salute or something?
Думаю, отдавать честь не стоит.
How's Patrick?
Every day a little better. Aaron says he'll be back on his feet in no time.
Я понял.
She's
Что
done a
понял.
great job with him.
Про какую шутку?
I wish I could repay her somehow. It just doesn't seem that she needs anything.
Getting ready for another scavenging run?
No, I just came out here to catch my breath. Baron is giving us the entire evening off, believe it or not.
Doesn't sound like her. I need to report to Baron.
Так, идем на доклад. Доложить командиру. Пожалуйста.
Rivers, DN 46890.
О как, о как. Уже официально. Всё уже.
The commander is expecting you in the control room, Sergeant.
Хорошо. Хорошо.
Maraschino cherries again.
I don't
Это не
get it.
наши
How did they bring that buggy?
друзья.
I'm going out soon. I haven't made my daily quota yet. I still have 3 more rats to catch. If you see one, let me know, okay?
3 крысы еще. Охренеть.
Hey, I'm just catching up with Mark. I'll get back to work in a couple of minutes. You won't tell, right? But no, seriously, you won't tell, right?
Расскажу. Пойду, сейчас доложу. Все, доложу. О, Райан. Что тут интересного?
Hey Ryan, how's everything?
Exactly as you would imagine. Baron's keeping me busy. They weren't
Жесткая
kidding when they
тётка.
said she's a hard ass.
What did you hear?
A lot of rumors going around of how she's sending insubordinate workers to the front line. And by insubordinate, I mean people who ain't willing to work 18 hours a day. Every day.
Так.
What happened after you started your camp?
Honestly, nah, not that much. At least not in the beginning. When we gave up on the idea of getting in touch with anyone, we just tried to adapt. Temperatures fell, we had to scavenge for food. All of a sudden, that became our life.
Didn't you try to reach home?
Some people did. Most of us were scared of what we'd find if we did get home, so we conveniently said We're stranded here anyways, and stayed. Well, I know how stupid it sounds, but we managed to have fun in our little commune. I still have my guitar with me. We talked a lot about how we're gonna be famous, because we're the only living band in the world.
You played in a band.
I did. One of the few things I was better at than Tucker. He didn't have much talent, but he loved the idea of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, especially the first two. We were just stupid kids, not realizing what was going on. We paid the price for it the first time we saw a tin can. I was tuning my guitar when I heard a strange noise. I found out later that it was a T-400. Must have heard me play. It didn't even have the decency to look scary. Maybe if it did, we wouldn't have just stood there when it started firing.
What did you do?
I froze. I didn't run to help. I didn't scream. I didn't even move. I just stood there, like a coward. The tin can got Tucker with a single bullet. Bam! Just like
Блин,
that.
надо себе взять такой.
7 other people died before we
По-любому,
finally
если у меня щас
destroyed
есть,
that thing.
Приобрести.
Ironically enough, I was the one who delivered the final blow. Safe to say, it was the beginning of a new era.
Так. Есть у тебя дружок?
Can I see your...
Так. Импульсная снайперская винтовка. Так, у нас с цифровым прицелом. Да мне не нужен цифровой прицел так-то. Блин, ну от снайперки я бы не отказался, это однозначно. Радиусом взрыва, конечно, куплю сейчас. Так вот закупим. Сколько ж она стоит? 4. Ладно, возьму, что пригодится. Обязательно. Такие вещи всегда годятся. Так, вот так же делаем. Так, так, потрошки для дробаша тоже тебе сейчас отдам. Нафиг не нужно.
Can I see your...
Так, пистолетный патрон для узика пригодится. Вроде все. Это что? Штурмовой винтовки. Тоже нафиг лишнее место занимает. Так, ну все вроде здесь поговорили. Всё взяли. Чё вроде? Не доктор такой. Айрон. Дорожки.
Are you alright?
Me? Honey, I'm about the most well-adjusted person in this goddamn place. It's the others you should be concerned about.
How's Patrick doing?
He's fine, but it wouldn't kill you if you checked on him yourself.
You mean Ryan?
Ryan ain't so hot either, but that's another story.
Jennifer?
I'm worried about her. I'm the one that asked Baron to give her team a little break. Jennifer's been busy scavenging supplies for the soldiers, and she hardly had time to see Patrick. And now she's finally got a day off. She's avoiding him like the plague.
Is there anything you need?
No. I have to say, the Resistance is pretty well supplied. Don't tell me you miss running
Ага,
errands for
конечно,
me.
куда ж.
I don't believe that for
Куда
a
ж без них
second.
вообще скучаю.
And what about something other than medicine?
Honey, I'm not shy. I'll let you know if I need anything, okay? But thank you for asking.
Take care.
Я к Патрику зайду. Поговорю.
How are you doing?
Good. Erin's going to let me leave in a couple of days. Thanks for bringing that chalk. I've been drawing a lot. I'd be so bored without it.
How do you like living in the shelter?
There's a lot of people here. I like that. I heard a funny joke yesterday. You want to hear it?
Да?
Yeah, tell me.
What's brown and sticky? A stick.
Палка?
That's funny.
I know, right?
Ладно, покажем, что нам смешно,
Jennifer?
на самом деле, какая
She's
глупая
out a lot,
шутка.
but I understand. She's a scavenger.
I have to go.
На самом деле глупая шутка. Так, тоже бойцы валяются. Вроде все.
Alvin lost his spider
Идем к
scout
нашему
again.
командиру.
Man, I saw it crawling through the shelter earlier. Almost gave me a heart attack.
Командор Бэрон, я очень рад ознакомиться с докладом миссии в Пасадине. Вероятно, вы знаете, что нам необходимо мобилизировать все войска в вашем районе, оставить все передовые посты третьего уровня. Я осознаю последствия, приму на себя все ответственность. Что касается рядового Риверса, я считаю, что он заслужил благодарность за свои действия. Возможно, стоит повысить его звание. Представляет решение тебе. Держи его поближе. Подпись Джон Коннор. О как. Нормально, прославился уже Риверс. Молодец.
You wanted to see me.
You're finally here. Good. I have a special task for you. I want you to head downtown to check on the doctor.
Doctor?
Alvin. He's out there making sure that our defense systems are working properly. Ever since we went radio silent, I had a small team of trustworthy messengers maintaining communication between our outposts. They haven't returned, so I want you to go downtown and see why that happened. Could be nothing, but Connor doesn't want any hiccups while he's up there in North Division preparing the attack on Skynet's central core.
Central core?
Skynet's main reactor, the source of all their power. We shut down the central core, we shut down Skynet. Connor's preparing the attack as we speak, so you understand we can't have any critical complications at this stage.
Is there a problem with the radio?
The Annihilation line is within spitting distance of downtown. We suspect that Skynet will be intercepting all transmissions from that location. So for now, we're going radio silent. That's why I need you to go there personally.
Конечно, скажу. Чё, надо?
If you don't mind me asking, how did you end up here?
Excuse me if I act a little surprised, Sergeant. But no one in here thinks it's wise to ask their superior personal questions. But since you did, I'll humor you. So, how did I get here?
Родилась, выросла, достала пушку.
I was born,
Кратко, ясно,
raised,
понятно.
and given a gun.
Супер.
We don't really have a say in what we do we? Or do I assume too much? Was it any different for you? Why do you fight, Sergeant?
Потому что у нас нет выбора.
We don't have a choice.
Exactly. We're just going through the motions. Humans were fighting humans since the beginning of time. It just so happens that right now we have a common enemy. If it wasn't for the machines, we'd probably be fighting each other.
Это не значит, что мы должны
That doesn't mean we should give up and stop fighting.
No, it doesn't. I'm just warning you. Don't hold your breath waiting for all this to be over. There will always be another war. Besides, I'm not a fighter. When I go out there in the middle of the night with my Westinghouse, I'm not looking for a fight. I look to seek and conquer. I'm not a fighter. I'm a bully.
Задира.
What's the difference?
I don't treat them as equals. And although I know they're just machines, I want them to fear me. No one ever stands up to bullies. But I have to admit, it has its downsides. One of them being that no one ever asks me a personal question. At least not since Perry died. So congratulations, Риверс. Takes guts to stand up to a bully. I guess since your promotion, you got a little more cocky.
Чуточку наглее. Нормально.
Good for you.
Нормально. Нормально. Ну ладно. Пойдем искать доктора. Если мне надо, если нет, или не надо. Ну все, двинулся. Куда двинулся? Раз ни с кем не надо. Диалог вести мне. Я двинусь дальше, пожалуй. Когда фронт истребления под контролем, у нас есть время для подготовки контрнаступления, пока командир Бэрон хочет, чтобы я проведал Элвина, который в центре города выполняет ремонтные работы для наших оборонительных систем. Поехали. Так. Так.
We need a medic over here! I'm telling you, I saw something.
What's happening, Private?
A couple of aerials flew in and dropped containers full of metals. They started shooting while our defense systems did nothing.
What about the doctor? Where's Alvin?
He's still out there.
All right.
There's one more thing. Before I got hit and dragged here, I saw something. I'm not sure, but I think it was one of our own soldiers that led Skynet's attack.
Ясно.
Sergeant, we're outnumbered, and they keep bringing more wounded. We don't stand a chance. We have to evacuate.
Is Alvin still there?
He is, sir.
Then we're not leaving. We have to bring him back and see what the hell is going on with those defenses, and brief Commander Barron on what's happening here. I'm moving out. You stay here with the wounded.
You want me to break the radio silence?
At this point, it doesn't matter, does it?
Understood. Go ahead, sir.
Война, походу, жесткая. Взрывы пошли.
You two follow me. We have to reach those defense systems.
Yes, sir.
Spiders up ahead. Got it. Lead the way. This way.
Good to see you, Sergeant.
What's the status?
We've got a defensive perimeter set up just down the road.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Skynet dropped reinforcements behind your back. Now they're between a rock and a hard place.
All right, we need to reach our guys. Let's clear the way.
Граната пошла. Еще одна.
Keep moving.
Here they come!
Так, здесь еще потом.
T-47, watch out!
Flank it!
Твою мать.
Take out those smaller units.
Приведите нам только 47 хватает. Для полного большой.
Aerial, take cover!
Мне с ним так и так предстояло битва.
Now, shoot before it reboots! Now, shoot before it reboots!
Пошел.
Finally!
This way! It's just beyond that overpass!
Двинули дальше.
Flamethrower!
Shoot the tank! Cover!
Ну, надо.
Skynet away from me!
Может, планку собрал нормально.
Sergeant, we got this! Go
Okay.
find the dog!
Follow me! We need to rescue the dog before those tanks reach us! Oh, shit!
We're too late! They're already here!
Давай. Вот они едут туда. Вон он быстро все делает.
This is it! Take care of those drones!
It's clear!
Wait here! I'll go get the doctor! Alvin!
Oh my god, I'm actually glad to see you!
What happened here? Why are the defense systems not working?
They are working, but their target filtering has been reset to non-hostile. One of Baron's messengers came with the order to temporarily change it, so I did!
Baron's messengers. We need to leave now.
Yes, let's do that. I'm all for that.
Опа. Это очень плохо.
Are you alright?
Двигаемся.
We need to move.
You don't have to tell me twice. Escort secured.
Подъехал.
Ah!
Go!
I don't like this. I don't like any of this.
Тоже не по кайфу, как.
Ariel! Okay, go!
It's turning around. It's right behind us.
Don't look back!
Good idea.
Все, дома. Все преимущества, которые нам удалось получить, теперь потеряны. Даунтаун захвачен, и фронт истребления будет продолжать двигаться вперед. Нам нужно подготовиться к тому, что может быть.
You go talk to Commander Baron. I've had enough excitement for one day.
Да, после такого денька точно. Ну, нахрен.
Don't move.
Thanks for getting us out of there, Sergeant.
Rivers, you want to explain to me what the hell happened?
We lost downtown.
I know that much. But how's that possible? What happened to our defense systems?
Alvin says one of our soldiers came with an order directly from you to reset the target settings for non-lethals.
He said what? Alright. This is what I want you to do. Find whoever is responsible for sending that order. All the messengers have GPS tracking, so we're keeping tabs on their location. Find them and bring them to me.
Understood.
And Rivers, despite what I might say about our resident egghead, I truly have a hard time believing that my men are incompetent. So expect the unexpected. And you know what I mean by that.
Do you think the infiltrator's back?
We won't be sure until you find those messengers and confirm my suspicion.
Now that you mention it,
What?
one of our soldiers said that it looked as if one of our guys led Skynet's attack.
That only supports my case. As soon as you know what's going on, radio me.
Who's Perry? You mentioned him before.
The best soldier I ever fought beside. He was the one who brought me into the Resistance. It's actually a funny story. Years ago, when I was just a kid, I saw a Skynet drone attacking some guy. Without thinking, I grabbed a rock and jumped on it. The guy was screaming the whole time while I beat the metal to the ground. Only when I was done did I realize he was trying to stop me.
You killed a drone with a rock?
I was young and stupid. Thank God the drone wasn't really armed, otherwise I wouldn't be here to tell you the story. He was a resistance scientist, and that drone was one of his projects. So you can imagine he wasn't too happy when I smashed it to pieces. But he wasn't alone. There was this huge guy with a rifle on his shoulder, almost choking with laughter. I sure made his day.
That huge guy. Was that Perry?
Yes, it was. Commander Perry was in charge of this division before me. That scientist later told me that was the first time he ever heard Perry laugh. Somehow, Perry and I connected. He taught me how to channel my anger and get it under control. He introduced me to Connor, and that's how I got to the 132nd.
Whatever happened to Perry?
Skynet got hold of our position. We had to leave our shelter. There were a lot of casualties, and he was one of them. He died a soldier. I'd never thought I'd be reminiscing about the day I met them. This may come as a surprise to you, but it was the first metal I ever destroyed.
Sounds like you were late in joining the Destroy Skynet campaign.
Before that, it was people, not machines. But that's a different story.
You want me to break radio silence?
They have a head start on us. At this point, we can't afford to lose any time.
Да, согласен. Двигаемся, чё? Два навыка у нас. Да.
Jacob, got a minute?
Эрин, с тобой надо поговорить? Надо, конечно.
Jacob.
Как дела в раненых?
How are the wounded doing?
The few that came back, they're doing fine. We patched them up, and at this point we're just sitting and waiting.
What's on your mind?
Ever since you asked me about Peter, I can't stop thinking about him. Like a teenage girl. That's your fault, young man.
Have you tried looking for him?
I've looked for him for a while. I went to the place where we said we'd meet if we ever got separated. But he wasn't there. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe I should stop thinking about him. He's probably dead by now. God knows he can't take care of himself.
Точно дело.
Do you want to find him?
Sometimes I think I should drop everything and go. I would get an earful from Baron, but she's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, what I didn't tell you before is that during Judgment Day, I lost a child. Our child. I don't know if it would have happened anyway, but I like to blame the machines for that. I think that Peter felt with Taylor we were given a second chance. God, he's still out there waiting for me, isn't he? Probably sitting in his rocking chair back in our house in Hollywood Hills. Oh, where the hell are you, Peter?
Так, с ней пообщались. Ага, Патрик. Что, есть что для меня, не? Нет, походу нет. Так.
What's up?
I know you're busy, but I found something. Something I think you'll like. A tape from back in the day. I want to play it for you, but my boombox is busted, so if you're out there and find one that works, bring it to me, okay?
Can't you ask Jennifer or one of the other scavengers for help?
I already did, but they couldn't find anything. Just think about it, okay?
Окей, бро. Я посмотрю.
Hey.
Спасибо тебе за все. Что с тобой надо разговаривать?
Did you talk to her? Is she mad at me? If I follow her orders, then I'm a bad guy. If I don't follow her orders, then I'm a lousy, incompetent egghead without a spine. There's no winning with her.
Что бывает, бывает. Что поделать?
Wasn't expecting to find you here. You always seem to be out these days.
Yeah, that's true. Lately, I've been making extra runs to stock up on resources. The truth is, I was even thinking about leaving. But right now, I'm just waiting for my team to head back to downtown to look for other survivors. Let's hope there still are some.
I see that Patrick's doing better.
He is. He's a fighter. Certainly has more courage than I do.
Is there something on your mind?
Actually, I have a secret to tell you. You've a fan. Patrick really looks up to you. It's good for him to have a role model. And I don't think he could have chosen better.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Are you kidding? It's the least I can do for helping us all this time. If you hadn't found us back in Pasadena, I don't know what would have happened. Well, actually I do. Exactly what the others said would happen. People were talking about the Annihilation Line months before it came. My father, of course, tried to turn it all into a joke.
But what did you think about it?
I didn't know what to think. Travelers would bring all sorts of gossip with them. But this kept coming back. When Patrick asked me if I was scared, I lied and said that I wasn't. You could feel the mood change at the house. The community my father tried to build started falling apart. Fewer and fewer people were coming by, and if they did, they weren't always friendly. We started to notice things going missing. Little things at first. People got nervous, and with time, it even got to my father.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, he stopped making jokes. It had never been as quiet at the house as it had been back then. After a while, my father changed the sign from welcome to beware. He put a lock on the door and started carrying a shotgun. I didn't even know he owned a gun. He always said he didn't believe in them. I wanted us to leave our house and run, but he didn't want to listen. Said it was the only place he could keep us safe. Thanks for letting me spill my guts like that.
Why did you want to leave?
In the face of what's going on now, it will sound stupid, but it just got to be a bit much, you know? With Patrick hurt, I started to wonder if I'm even doing him any good by sticking around. I've been trying to protect him all this time, but I couldn't. I've proven that much already. First in Pasadena, then at our hideout. I was thinking that maybe he'd be safer here at the shelter. But don't worry, I changed my mind since.
Правильно? Тоже поддерживал. Здесь куда безопаснее, чем лазить где-то с кем-то. Ну, все. Со всеми поговорили и двигаемся дальше. Складской район, господи, ужас какой. Командир Бэрон хочет, чтобы я нашел команду связных, которые отдали приказ уничтожить нашу систему обороны. Они оснащены GPS-трекерами. Похоже, ведут наблюдение где-то в районе склада. Отслеживаем сигнал. Ну что, погнали. Уровень сигнала в левом верхнем углу экрана.
More plasma containers. Looks like Skynet's here for good.
А, ну это... И что там лазишь? Так. Сохраняемся и погнали. Так, нам надо сейчас с навыками разобраться, что у нас тут по оружию. Да, оружие вкачаем до 3-го. Чтобы урона побольше наносило, критов больше, ну и всякой фигни так больше. Вот, пожарники ходят.
Flamethrower? If I could get close enough to take a picture.
Беги, беги. Все равно спалили. Бежать сказал. Так. Где тут у нас огнеметчик был еще? Качество. Да, Full HD. Ребятки.
Not good enough, needs to be perfect. Got it.
Оба. Хорошо. Так. Ломаем тему. Понял. Да ё-моё, ну что это такое-то? Ага. Да Есть. Есть. Отлично. Лучше. Не-не-не, никого больше нет. Все, вот, залутаю. Сейчас ломанем. Ой, вот. Каруселька. Фигачит нормально. Да, вот. Это развлекуха. Терминатора. Реально.
What's that music?
А, что за музыка? А, сейчас тебе скажу, я бумбокс нашел.
Seems to be coming upstairs. Who left this here? It's probably a trap.
Инвентарь, где мои ножи? Где мои ножи? Чё, нет ножей, что ли, у меня? Ёкарный бабай. Ладно. Здорово. Я тут. Что за стрел? Вот он.
Better be worth it, Ryan.
Определенно. Так, а что тут не сломано? А, дверка. Нащуп. Отлично.
That's where the outpost used to be. I hope that destroying it slowed them down at least.
Ай-яй. Откуда выпал? Не понял. С другой стороны. Понял вообще где. Стой. Там внутри что? Вот. Так, подожди, откуда я пришел? То есть вообще не пойму ни хрена наверху. Должно быть, наверное.
Signal's getting stronger. He should be somewhere around here.
Стой, не поворачивайся. Миссия обновлена. Мы добрались до места встречи, но не связались с командой Бэра. Значит, зачем ей посылать нас сюда? Этот день становится все более странным. Без радиосвязи это местечко совсем опустело. Чуть подери, Гомер, сколько можно ссать?
Damn it. They took his radio. Baron was right. Skynet's listening. Time to look for the second tracker.
Туда, что ли, дальше идти? этой стороны. Хрен его знает.
Another storage facility. They keep popping up. If I take care of it, that might slow them down a little. I think I'm getting closer. It's got to be here.
Так, ножей-то, блин, серьезно нет, что ли? Лазерная ловушка. Во. Тут нормально. Птица. Они приходили снова. С тех пор, как Скайн появился в посадине, все стали безжалостнее, отчаяннее, голоднее, чем прежде. Не знаю, сколько еще могу защищать своих деток, но я пожать жизнью, если это потребуется. Похоже, потребовалось. Так. Что мне надо скрафтить? Ножики хрена с два могу и скрафтить.
They got him too. His goggles look intact. Let's see the last picture he took. The infiltrator. It's back. Baron was right. Commander!
Talk to me.
They're dead. Everything turned out the way you said it would.
Copy that. Get out of there. We need to figure out our next move. Let's meet at the docks. Get there as soon as possible. Over and out.
Why would she give out our location?
Ёб твою медь. Да что ж такое-то? Блин, вообще капец какой-то. Во. Во. Отлично, все, быстрее, 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 быстрее. Наверх-то можно забраться, да? По-любому, во. Вот так вот намного удобнее будет сейчас проскочить туда. Стелсу, по стелсу. Так. туда, этот сюда поворачивается. Опа. Так, поехали. Хреначе. Так. Остается только вот это вот сделать. Валить отсюда.
Plasma storage destroyed.
Good to hear, Rivers. Now proceed with your mission.
Что у нас тут еще можно? Модернизация оружия, эффективность, взрывчатка. Взрывчатка, качественно. Смазываем отсюда. Сохраняемся. Инфильтратор вернулся. Командир Берн хочет лично убедиться, что мы остановим его раз и навсегда. Я встречусь с ним в доках, чтобы попытаться выяснить на следующий шаг. Погнали.
You're still alive? Good. Apparently Skynet's got a real hard-on for you. So we figured why not use you as bait?
Aren't you afraid that Skynet will bring a lot of firepower if they know we're both here?
Afraid? No. Prepared for that eventuality? Yes. We've got eyes on the ambush site from every angle. If anyone shows up, it means they were listening.
What if it's one of our guys, or just a scavenger?
Too bad. We can't have anyone or anything sabotage our plan. Not this time.
This time?
We were very close once before. For years, we've been preparing for the final attack. But it took just one man to fuck everything up. That day, Perry, our previous field commander, died, and I inherited control of South Division. Since then, I've been making sure that no one fucks up again.
We've got movement.
Take position.
Смотрим.
What do you have?
A hooded man's walking down the street. Might be a scavenger.
Rivers, you saw him. Is it the same model? Is it the infiltrator?
I can't tell.
We're waiting for your signal.
I think that might be it.
You think?
Good enough for me.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Target down! I repeat, target down!
Go check him!
Иди, Риверс, проверь, ага, Терминатор.
Eyes on the target.
Что он
Proceed with
от
caution.
одного удара слился, нет?
Is he dead?
What the fuck? It's the target!
It can't get away. Fire at will.
Охрененно, я проверил.
He's in the open!
It's in the open. It's a fucking machine.
Ну, он же убежал.
It's backed against the wall!
We've got it now.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Ой-ой-ой, хрена я к нему подошел. Он меня наказал, как быстро за это.
What the fuck? Everyone on me.
Ну-ка, давай.
It's carrying a second-generation plasma rifle. I want it.
It won't fucking die!
Shoot! It's on the move.
Бежим за его.
Take cover!
Далеко. Нифига себе. Нифига себе.
Open fire!
Это что же
That's one ugly son of a bitch.
На тебе. Нифига себе, застрял.
Not again. Follow
Не
it.
отпустим.
It's inside!
Rivers, we're trying to get through. You can't let it get away. You hear?
Что там? Нахрен на место. Эй. Давай. Всё. Ну давай. Ноги монстры.
Commander. We got it. We finally got it.
Good job, Rivers. Stay there. We're on our way.
Инфильтратор пал. Его боевое шасси из гиперсплава стало прочнее, чем раньше. Это наше лучшее оружие. Мы с трудом справляемся даже с одним из них. А против целой армии у нас нет шансов. Но истинная причина, почему инфильтратор был лучшим оружием Скайнет, заключалась в его коже.
There was no doubt anymore. Skynet had created a cybernetic organism. It was designed to blur the line between a man and a machine. People started to think that there were Terminators amongst us, wolves in sheep's clothes. Some of us left, even though we hadn't seen any other infiltrators yet. Or at least, we didn't think we had. And that fear of not knowing was what turned the tide of this war. That night, Skynet won.
I still have to run some tests, so for now I would say no.
We need some more time, Connor.
I know you don't want to hear this, Commander, but if there's one person who can help us, it's Dr. Mack.
Mac. We don't even know if he's alive.
He is. He's in the Hollywood Hills. We knew a time would come when we'd need him again, so we've kept an eye on him.
Wait. You've been watching him without telling me?
Let your emotions cloud your judgment before, Commander. That's why I decided that Mac's whereabouts were no longer
This is
your
bullshit.
concern.
He can't just magically fix all of our problems. He's a man, not a god. A man that makes
That's
mistakes.
Enough, Commander.
You know what happened last time. He's the reason Perry's dead.
I said that's enough. Sergeant Rivers?
Yes, sir.
TechCom believes that being marked for termination is a badge of honor. A sign that we're doing something right. We wear it proudly. And knowing you're wearing such a badge, Rivers, is all I need to trust you with handling this mission. Commander Barron will fill you in on the details. Good luck, soldier. Over and out.
Looks like you're going to Hollywood Hills. Dr. Edwin Mack is the one who taught us how to use Skynet's weapons, so there's a chance he can do it again. Take him that second-generation plasma rifle and see if he's able to reprogram it. If we want to use Skynet's weapons, we need to bypass their encryption lockouts.
How will I find him?
He's obsessed with surveillance. So when you get there, look for any cameras, biometric sensors, or any other tech stuff. He should be around. That's it.
Интересно. Так, ну что, заканчиваем на этом серию. В общем, мы всё увидели, убили инфильтратора, наконец-таки. Вообще красавец какой. Вот. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Лайки, дизлайки, Инстаграм. Все как всегда. В общем, не прощаемся с вами. До скорого.